has defeated LTTE militarily. There are some pro-LTTE elements trying to drag this country back. How do you see this?
They're not very successful. They're just making a lot of noise. And they're mostly abroad and not within Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is a democratic country. You can always accommodate some amount of criticism and opposition. But as far as these elements abroad who are being funded and were looked after by the leftover LTT elements and their drug money, I don't think you need to pay any attention to them. Even the UN Human Rights Commission resolution is just a piece of paper, because unless the Security Council's backs it, it has no value. So why should you concern yourself with these attempts to disturb you? It's like so many mosquitoes or flies flying around you. Just swat them.
Be that as it may, we have seen even in India, especially in Tamil Nadu, certain politicians are provoking some of the segments against Sri Lanka. How have you seen this?
Well, first of all, most of them have lost the elections, and very badly. I mean, they have not even been able to save their deposits. Second is that the Narendra Modi government doesn't depend on any regional party for support. It's an absolute majority government. And third is that we have made it clear that foreign policy will be decided by national security interests and not by state interests.
India was a country that actually insisted on the 13th Amendment, and India still insists on...
No, there's no insistence. You see, 13th Amendment is part of the Rajiv Gandhi Jayawardena Pact, and now people have expanded it to 13 plus. But we can't insist on it. It's a bilateral commitment, and we can, as friends, ask you how far you've gone. We know that you have gone almost 95% of the way. There's only a question of police powers left, and the Sri Lankan government has a very good reason for delaying that. And I don't think we are now any great anxiety about the non-implementation of 13th Amendment.